stuck to me, Glock 23, all 33. Won't put my tail for now, nigga. Bet I go out like a G.
Ha. My name is Billi'Ray, Ghetto'Bob, and welcome to Billi'Ray's Ghetto'Bob Gun Workshop. I'm not a gunsmith, first of all. I do not sell firearms, second of all. I'm just here to kind of help people do it yourself from at home, right? This is not modifying the handguns or any firearm at that matter into a fully auto or nothing like that, right? The handgun at all. So that's my disclaimer. I'm just here to help those who've been wanting to mirror polish their slides on their handguns, and maybe they've been watching different other YouTube videos, and yes, maybe people been showing them the wrong way to do it, or even a hard way of doing it. And me, Billi'Ray Ghetto'Bob, I'm here to show you how to do it inexpensively and how to do it quickly, nicely, and also almost better than most of these people who call themselves gunsmiths. Okay. But before we get started on the video, I got two handguns here sitting on the table on my workshop desk. But before we get started, I'm gonna make sure and show you guys that all firearms are clear as we do this video. You dig, man? Okay, now let me start with emptying the magazine. Yes, the magazine is filled to the capacity. But I'm gonna show you there's not one in the head. Okay, as you can see, not one bullet fell out. Okay, we can release the slide back and always put it in the safe direction to double check and make sure it's even clear. This is a Gen 3 Glock 19, by the way, for those who wondering. And let's go with the other firearm here, pal. We can drop the mag, as you can see as well. The magazine is filled to the capacity, but there's not one in the noggin. We see, we can do it again right there. There's nothing there, there's nothing. And squeeze the trigger. Okay. Now, this project here this is my first time doing mirror polishing, right? On a handgun, on the slide, 19 Gen 3. Now, this right here is made from, if I'm not mistaken, the material, the finish that the Glock slide is made out of, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if it's Sandpaper, right? I'm not sure. I forgot the other name of the coating that be on the slide usually, right? So this Glock was pretty much easy to do. One of the easiest ones to do. I took the slide off, you know, and I just sat down at my desk and cut on some Netflix and chilled. I needed something going on to keep my mind working while I remove the finish off of the handgun. And what I needed was sandpaper, right? If you live near a Dollar Tree, go into your nearest Dollar Tree or even Home Depot, but I'm just breaking it down to you in an inexpensive way. You go to your nearest Dollar Tree, right? You go to where they have the automotive section, things of that nature, you know, and try to see if you can find you a pack of sandpaper. It was $1.25 each. I went and bought me two, so $2.50 got me 2 packs of these. And there go, I think they range anywhere from 400 to 100. I'm not sure. But what I did was I took a sandpaper, right? And I folded it like a little piece of paper. Like I'm finna mail this off to your wife and tell her, hey, Billi'Ray Ghetto'Bob is coming to do his job. Oh no, I'm just joking. But yeah, I folded it up like a little piece of note, right? And what I did was I had the slide off, but I don't want to do that here because I don't want to. But what I did was I took the slide off. I made sure I put like a towel or an old t-shirt or a pillowcase or such, and put it in your lap if you're wearing decent clothes. But see, I also don't give a damn about my clothes. My clothes stinky right now. I went wrestling with a pig earlier today, so who cares about it? You understand? But if you are needy, put your something in your lap, man. So as you get the scraping, you know, the little black finish of the gun will drop on your nice little clothes there, pal, okay? All right, bud? All right. So what I did, first of all, I'm getting a little too deep in there. This is optional. This what I'm finna talk about here, buddy, this is optional. It's up to you. Now, it all depends on if you have the tools or if you have the means to do it, then do it. But if you don't, then my other option you can do is, before you decide to sandpaper the slide nicely, you can go to your nearest gun store and pay for them to remove the sights of your gun. I would recommend it if you don't have the tools or the means to do it, because if you begin to do this without taking your sights out, it'll be hard to get to certain corners of the barrel on the slide in order to get to the full polish. So I did it the inexpensive way and didn't take the sights off at all, pal. I just sat there and I just rigged around those corners, you know, right around, you know, my sights. And luckily for this Glock, I got iron Triticon night sights on here. So I, you know, they came off black as well. But as I began to start fouling and sanding it down more, I started seeing that the finish on the sights was coming off as well. So I said, hey, that is neat. Let me continue. But yes, if you got cheap plastic sights, I would recommend you remove the sights off the handgun if you have the tools. And if you don't, go to your nearest gun store and ask them how much they charge to remove and to put sights back on your handgun. But if you got iron sights on any of your guns that you're trying to mirror polish the slide, then you probably can be able to avoid that. That all depends on how fine you want the finish of your handgun to be. So back to what I was saying. So yes, I was filing down the whole slide, you know, and it would just, over time, you will start seeing the black kind of start going away. Okay, I didn't use anything particular. I just sat there and watched movies. You know, I was watching Dukes of Hazzard and was just sitting there just doing one side at a time, or then I'll go up here and there, you know. But I was just trying to test and see how long on this particular side it was going to take, right, pal, to till it started looking kind of like metalish, you know, like a pole or something, like a you know. So when I started seeing that the tennifer, the finish of the Glock was coming off, I was like, okay, then I moved on to the next, right? After I got it all off, you know, all the black off, all the finish off the slide, I put it to the side, right? And the next thing you're gonna need, let's say you get your sandpaper. Also, as well, you're gonna need like a kind of like the spongy Brillo pad type of spongy thingy majiggy. You can use one of these, and kind of before, like right before you went and put the the mother's mag and aluminum polish on it. Right before you get this, you can get this from your local Walmart. You can get this as well as AutoZone. I'm not sure if O'Reilly's got it, but AutoZone should always have it. But if AutoZone don't, check your nearest supermarket, Walmart, okay? But yes, you know, you can go over this a little bit with this little soft Brillo pad type of sponge and go over it a little bit. Then you take this and you open the top of it, right? It'll be like this little cream, this little white looking stuff, like this if you're about to put the, how you put the wave race in, you know, the 360 wave race, right? You just, you know, but instead of putting your fingers in there and rubbing it in your hands, you just dip a corner of the Brillo pad in there, right? And then you just rub it against the slide. Just keep rubbing it against it a little bit, right? Until it starts, you know, changing colors, right? You start just rubbing it, and you'll start seeing the black of the polish will start turning black. So that's how you know how to get the going. Just get the doing it like that, right? Then once you get that right, the next thing you're gonna need, this is all time consuming, as I said. Oh, give me a second. It's kind of hot in here. Billi'Ray, Ghetto'Bob do not have AC in his gun shed whatsoever. It is hot. It is hotter than a pig's corn shoot. All right, there, buddy. Then the next thing you will want to get is a this is a Roby buffer, right? This is a 6-inch buffer. I saved myself some money with this one, pal. I didn't want to go to Walmart or no thing like that to buy one brand spanking new. That's up to you that you can. But I went to OfferUp, right, pal, and I found this nice old lady. She just moved and was kind of having a garage sale, right? Or some things she didn't want to bring into her new house, right? And she had this up there for $45. But it was sitting up there for a while, so I offered her $20 and did two, say 10, and got the chicken bud. And got the chicken bud. But yes, you get this here. I'm gonna show you what it looked like. You get this right here. You know, I would say shop smart and not hard. This is the reason why I'm making this video, because some people would rather spend $200-300 to mail it to another guy that they don't have no idea about. They don't know him from a can of Jimmy's butt tube. But they still send it off and send their money and, you know, get you know, a job done. I mean, it can be better because I really can barely see myself in the mirror, in the slide, which is not pretty much mirror slide, because mirror slide you'll be able to see the pimples on your forehead when you look there, but I don't see it there, pal. So, but it's fine with me, you know. You can see it in light reflection and the sun and things of that nature, pal, and I don't have a problem with it, you know. So yeah, you get this, you plug it up, and what I went there did again, I took me a old fiber rag, right, pal. Before I used this, I got the fiber rag, pal, and I went to rubbing up on the slide, right, like a this. You know, just making sure I got the little job that I just did with the Brillo pad and stuff kind of wiped down and fouled and spotless and things of that such, right? So I did that with this fiber rag. And then I plugged this big fella up here, and I just went to work at it. Like I went to buffing it like I do my wife's butt at night. And I just kept buffing and kept buffing and kept buffing and kept buffing. And when it get back clean, I come back and grab this thing here and dib a little tiny piece, a little bit more of this aluminum in there, right? Just polish and dapped it around there, right? And I got back at it, pal. I just kept getting back at it, right? And before you know it, buddy, it was shining like a new dime. It was shining like a new dime, pal. And Okay, but Glock was the easiest one for me to do. Now, when it comes to this Taurus G3x, this when I begin to have issues. I mean, it's still shining, you can see it, but this is far from a mirror polish slide. Like, this Glock is way more shinier than this Taurus do. I think the Taurus got a different texture and finish on it as well, and I even think that the barrel is made not the barrel, the, you know, once you get the scraping the finish off, you can see kind of like a you know, like how you put your thumbprint on something. Like the slide on this Taurus have almost like a thumbprint engraving in the materials of the slide as is, right? So maybe I don't know if that's the reason why I can't get this poor little fella here to get to a nicer, smooth, shinier stage, you know. But I did the best that I could, and in this gun here has a lot of more edges and cuts and serrations and things like that over just the plain, straight, narrow Glock slide. So there's certain parts of this Taurus that didn't allow me to get certain areas on this gun into more of an even finished slide, mirror slide. But once again, I'm appreciative of where I am with this gun. All right, pal, I am appreciative of where I've at with this gun. It came out mighty nice. It's not too shiny, and in pictures it looked jazzy. It looked jazzy, pal. I'm very happy with this. This is my everyday carry, right? This is my everyday carry. This is my little, hey, get out of here, pal. Get out of here, pal. Leave my animals and my sheep and my pigs alone, bud. You asshole. That's where this is my everyday carry here, right? And then, here, this is like, this is however I feel. I have moments where I just want to step out, buddy, and feel big and bad, and I'll put this fella out on him. You know, I'll carry this. You know, because everybody knows the Glock. I get questioned like, what is this? You know, people think this is like a high point from the holster. But with this Glock, everyone can see this from a mile away. Everyone can see this from a mile away, right? And I have no problems with it. So when I carry this gun here, buddy, is when I'm on my bullshit, bud. Like, I know, like, hey, buddy, you better not mess with me, dear. You better not mess with me there, pal. All right, get the stepping. I own a firearm, pal. I own a firearm, pal. All right, so that's how I do with this gun. So, you know, I even hit the slide release a little bit with the with the buffer and things like that, pal. You know, but yeah, man, this Taurus was a little bit more harder to do the slide. But I did the best that I can. I did the best that I can with these all here working hands. All right, there, pal. And I don't have a problem. Now, if you a fella that's easily satisfied like me, and you want to do things yourself, and you know, you can kind of show off your work and show that you're just not a lazy butt sitter and just sit on your butt all day and don't know how to do nothing, dag nagged, and you know, you want something to be proud about doing on your own, then I advise you to take Billi'Ray, Ghetto'Bob way of doing it yourself, right? So I have two work of arts to my acknowledgement that I love, and I'm very proud that I was able to accomplish this, right? So you can take the steps as I and go out and get you a fiber rag from Family Dollar, which is $1. That's $1. You can go out and go get your Brillo pad sponge. I think 2 of them came. This was like $1 as well. So that's $2, Peasy. Then we went and got 2 of these. This $2 as well. No, I'm sorry. 2 of these, $2. So $4. $4. Okay? There's 4 items. $4 on 4 items, right? A small, what is this? This is 5 ounces of Mother's Magnum aluminum polish. I think, as I can think correctly, I would say like this was like $6. And then, like I said, I got this right here from a lady who sold it to me for $20. So all I really paid was $31 out the gate. $31 avoided me a $200 to $400 job by sending it off to some old butthead who calls himself a gunsmith. Sometimes you can save yourself an awful lot of money, pal, by DIY, and that's doing it yourself, right? Get up off your butt, do it yourself, pal. You know? So keep that in consideration. But like I said, if you're an easy to please guy such as I, then you will be happily and feel complete and accomplished to do some nice slide work such as I, and you can say you did it yourself. All right now, pals. I got to go in here and go on to the forum side and make sure I get my chitlins prepped. But I appreciate you guys coming by and giving old Billi'Ray Ghetto'Bob a visit. Hopefully you guys can do this on your own, and hopefully you guys get somewhere with it. Until next time, I'm out. I'm out of here, guys.
Working due to the scale, I just might send you a brick through the mail. Hop on the road, take a trip anywhere. I'ma bust down my wrist once I bust down the bill.